Good morning. I'm Dr. Victor Bagha, and over here in my left is Dr. Bob Hyman. Dr. Bob Hyman is a friend of mine. He is a psychologist and very famous one. Dr. Bob Hyman and we see each other all the time at Santa Monica Beach, place that I've been going there for the last 50 years. Mr. Hyman has been talking to a lot of people around the world and seeing so many people that I can't even count. One day he told me that he likes to interview me, and this is the interview that he is doing regarding what I do, and especially about cancer, and the answer that I gave to ABC television news.
Oh, you gave something to ABC
Yes,
television?
sir. Yes, I did.
When did that happen?
That happened about a month ago.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, you know, my idea was just to kind of get an understanding of how you became who you are, really,
Right.
where it began,
Right.
and you know, how it evolved over
Right.
time, and then I'll, we'll
Sure.
talk more specifically.
Sure, sure. Well, I came to Los Angeles for better education, which I did.
From where?
I came from Persia. I'm a Persian. And I came here, I went to school straight, and I got married, children, and while I was working during the day, at night I went to school, and I got my bachelor, my master's at Pepperdine University.
In what?
And
what was the master's?
economics. Economics. I got Juris Doctor in law, and then I went to natural medicine. Then I went to Ayurvedic school. I went to IMD, Integrated Medical Doctor, and also wrote 4 books. And at the present time, I have, as you can see here, this is my clinic here in Santa Monica Boulevard here in Los Angeles. And I've had many, many, many people. You saw a bunch of them yourself.
Yes.
In Santa Monica, which they come and talk to me, see me, and most of them are with cancer patient, AIDS patient, diabetic patient. Also, they have a problem with their shoulders, their backs, their knees, different kind of problem.
Well, how did you, when did you become interested in pursuing this? Because you're talking about a degree in economics and then in law.
Right.
So, I mean, at that point, did you find your own inclination towards more of a healing profession, or did you have that from?
I've always were healers. Always, all my life, I've been a healer. All my life, I was interested into body, and always I was interested into getting involved with something that is incurable, like cancer, AIDS, diabetic, and it's unfortunate that my brother and my very good friend Steve McQueen, which we were very close, he died of cancer. At that time, I wasn't a doctor. I was just going towards to become one. And it got me very interested. And I made sure that I become a doctor and specialize into incurable disease. Right.
And well, I guess I'm kind of curious as to was there any particular one moment that you realized you had a gift for this, or?
Well, I knew it from childhood. I knew it from childhood because I used to work on my father's, my mother's, my sisters, my brothers' back and legs. I used to work with them and fix them when I was a child. And these guys used to tell me that, hey, you have a gift, you have a gift. And how it started really was here in Los Angeles. One time I was in Newport Beach, and a gentleman, there's a good friend of mine named Ron Jabral. He had a shoulder, and he's supposed to go have operation the next day. And I asked him, look, I can fix you up. I can take care of you. And he said, okay, go ahead. And when I started working on his shoulder, he says, look, I don't know, you're a healer. You got a gift, I think you should pursue it.
You know, look, when somebody uses the word healer,
Right.
It's a tricky word in our culture.
Right.
Because it can sound like it's New Age BS.
Right.
Or it can be for real.
Right.
Okay. Now, how did you? How do you distinguish? How would you communicate that this is not just something that, that this has some kind of a scientific base or an objectivity to it, as opposed to just being somebody who claims they're a healer?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. Right. Well, number one, I'm a doctor,
Uh-huh.
and number two, I'm a healer,
Uh-huh.
and number three, I truly believe that I have a mission, and God has gave me power in order to go on and heal people.
Uh-huh. All right, so you talk about the numbers of people that you have somehow been involved in some kind of a healing experience. Can you explain what you mean about those numbers? How you're talking about such large numbers? Because
Right.
you're just a person on the planet like I am. I don't know how you could affect how many people.
I have a newsletter, which my newsletter goes to millions of people every month. Beginning of each month, I have Last Call LA newsletter. And this newsletter goes to almost anybody and everybody through internet. So, according to others, there are over 15 million people. They have been touched by what I have said, what I have done. Actually, if you want to count that how many people I have sat down throughout my life and face-to-face I've helped, that could be thousands.
Uh-huh.
However, throughout my benefit to others, it is, or it was, or as of this moment, could be millions.
Uh-huh. Now, how do you define the fact that what you do has worked? How do you judge it? How do you say, okay, I can tell
Well, I'll tell you
this
what,
has worked?
it's very good, very good. You said not to talk about yourself. You don't want to talk about yourself. You don't
Right.
want me to say about you.
Right, I'd rather you not.
Okay, but I think it would be best. Well, you had a personal experience with me. You know that what I told you is what happened about you.
Yeah.
Now, almost everybody else. Also, nobody that ever came to me and as a result of my work is cancer, AIDS, diabetic, pinched nerve, exercise, the guys that are trying to control their weight and all that, none of them ever died as a result of my work.
Mm-hmm.
Now that right there, it has something, it's really makes me very happy to say that.
Yeah. Okay, let's say somebody walks in and they have cancer. They
Right.
tell you have cancer. What do you do from that point on?
It's very simple. Let's say right now, okay, somebody walk in here and say, doctor, which they do, I went here, I went there, I saw this guy, I saw that guy, I saw this hospital, I saw that hospital, I went to Europe, I went to Germany, I went to Austria. Nobody could help me. What can you do for me? Well, I sat him down first, and I talked to him 4 to 5 hours. After I talked to him 4 to 5 hours and learned everything about him, from the beginning that he got cancer to right today, then I start writing a program with him. I tell him, these are what we're going to do. The first thing we're going to do is, you got to start believing that you're going to beat the cancer. Okay? So I have him, from that moment on, tell everybody and himself, I'm going to beat the cancer. 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 Then go on every single second to talk about this for long time. As you are being a psychologist, you know that talking like that and putting that in your mind, you start believing that you're going to beat the cancer. Then I have some formula, which there are 9 prongs, which I've told you that. They got to laugh and sing and all that, and also they have to have a right medicine, right water, alkaline water. They have to have a correct water, and they have to have medicine. Most medicines that I give him is the medicine I make myself, and these medicines, they're all herbal medicine, okay, which is a study I've done for years and years and years to come up and learn what. I'll give you an example. One of them is to clean your blood, named Majun. Now, a lot of people don't even know what that means. Clean blood, that means clean body. Clean blood, that means clean body. And to clean the body, you're going to clean, besides the blood, you're going to clean the whole body. Okay? I got medicine for all that. Then, you got to get rid of the cancer. Then I have medicine, pills that I make, or other companies makes, which they're all my formula, for the cancer patient, AIDS patient.
You know, you mentioned before about ABC, about the program that was on ABC. Would you explain the significance of what that is, what that was about?
Right. ABC, Dr. Hyman, ABC television, they had a program with a lot of doctors and a lot of actors and a lot of normal people. We're talking about that we need to find cure for cancer. Well, I answered them already in another program, which it was taken in Santa Monica, Muscle Beach, original Muscle Beach, where you come there every day. Now, here's what happened. I told them there is cure for cancer. I'm the only doctor in the world. I do not charge at the beginning. I'll charge at the end when you are healed. Again, I need to mention that for a second time. I have a cure for cancer. I claim, I say, and I do that I do not charge any money. Come and see me. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we can do for you. Now, my treatment, besides me, there are other conventional doctors that they would see you, that they're working with me. We are about 3 or 4 doctors that will check you out from A to Z, from up and down, inside. We take all kinds of tests. We just do our very best. And the time comes that we cannot help you, we'll let you know. You haven't paid any money. You haven't lost any money. Okay? So don't just go ahead and die. Just see us. We're here. We're here to help you. And for that reason, there is cure for cancer.
You know, I think, Victor, that what you just said is incredibly important for people to hear. That basically what you're saying is that you will know the proof of what I do and value it, and then in that value you will get paid and you'll get charged.
Right.
And that's what counts. And
Well,
that you're not pretending that you're going to be doing anything and not having results. I think we've covered just about everything that you want to convey.
That is
everything
true.
I've tried to discover.
I just wanted to say to people that they go to these quote-unquote hospitals or these big offices and they think those guys know something. They better double-check everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because we might have a small office here, but there's a lot of power here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of knowledge here. And then we have a lot of doctors that they work with me, and I'll take to every one of these doctors, professors of universities, that they can check you after I check you and I treated you, and they do the same thing. So we all work together in order to make sure you get well.
Okay.